This video is for adult collectors. Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Beyblade Burst Quaddrive Guilty Luinor. Now I don't have the box. I got a funny story about this Beyblade. I was at Target to buy a new Destruction Bellfire because I said my previous one hit the wall and got damaged, so I wanted to buy a new one. I should have known something was wrong because there isn't even any tape on the bottom, so I took it home. I should note that when you buy Beyblades at the store, just open them up at the store to make sure the actual. You want to, if you see any, especially if you see any sign that's been opened, open it up at the store. Just check if the actual Beyblade is inside. And unfortunately, I was not Destruction Bellfire inside. It was this Beyblade. I looked at after seeing various images of different quad Beyblades. I finally found one that matched this, and it was Guilty Luinor. Since it's not even the Beyblade that's supposed to come with it, I think it's very low chance that the factory put the wrong one in. I think what happened is someone purposely returned it so they could keep the Destruction Bellfire. I don't know what the purpose of that is. This is like a $5 Beyblade at Ross. The cheapest I've seen this is on Amazon. It was part of a $27 3-pack, so it probably would have been like $9. Doesn't make sense that someone would just stuff a more expensive bay into this box just to keep the cheaper Beyblade. You should have just the previous owner of this box should have just bought it and kept it. Bought from Ross. Anyways, let's take a look at the Beyblade itself. It's very unique shape, not like any other Beyblade I've seen before. I'm not. Again, I highly doubt this is the factory putting the wrong Beyblade in. So I don't know if this is like a knockoff or a third-party Beyblade. Then I do like how you got this nice buzzsaw thing for the weight disc here, and I looked up what type it is. It's supposed to be attack defense type, just like this Nighthawk. So let's test it out against this Stellar Hyperion, just like I did with the Zeal Nighthawk, and see how good it actually is, because this is also an attack defense type. Let's see if I could go over how this looks some more. I got some nice dark bluish, blue grayish color on the bottom. Really kind of like these uniquely shaped bays. I kind of really like how they try to change things up and give it a really unconventional design. Like this one, I like the silver all over here. Not only is this a unique design, it's also pretty sharp too. Kind of rough around the edges. Very good for an attack type, I think. I kind of like the translucent blue in the middle. It's a good thing it's in the middle, because that's the way it doesn't get hit when the bays are clashing. It seems to have this nice bird wing effect on the outer ring, which is really good. And again, I really like how they went. How this is a different design from the other Beyblades. I really like it when there's a large variety of different attack rings, much different from the others. Anyways, let's see. As usual, I'm going to use the Quaddrive launchers, because this seems to be what designed for these quad bays. So let's test it out. And this is a right spin one. So let's see how good this is. Seems to be a stalemate. Let's test it out. So it's probably as good as the Zeal Nighthawk. So let's test it out in the other mode. And usually with these quad bays, you got to take off the driver to change out the tip. All right, let's test it out again. I got left spin launcher here for Luinor. So So they're not moving very much. Of course, they're just defense types. I want to try this again. I don't think I pulled the string very hard on Luinor that time. This is not a very long string, so I usually pull it all the way. But it's fine because I've used this several times and it hasn't broken yet. Let's see. Usually I twist this one click just to make sure it's in all the way. You don't really need to do more than one click to make sure it's in all the way, because that could wear down the gears inside. So anyways, this time I'm going to try to pull the string harder on Luinor this time and make sure it's lands away from Stellar Hyperion, just to make it fair. As I've said with Stellar Hyperion in my previous Beyblade review, it looks like it's spinning slowly in the middle of a battle. I think it's been a bit longer. But that's because of the way it's designed. I mean, you got to make it never really stops. It's never really about to lose until it's almost about to stop spinning. Because due to the way the top is designed, it looks like it's slowing down, but when in actuality it's still spinning really fast. So let's do this. The Apex. Let's try out the Apex mode. I think the armored tip gimmick is something that other bays can replicate, because all Beyblades can technically change their performance tip. But I think the Apex mode is really unique to these quad bays because you can change the height. Having a different performance tip is something technically almost any Beyblade could do. Okay, that's Stellar Hyperion, and it's Apex mode 2. Alright, so let's get this. Unlike the X base, you can actually rotate it by the weight disc. That makes sure it's locked in all the way so it has the least chance of bursting. Yeah, I think I did something wrong there. Try this again. Alright, let's try it again. Make sure it's locked in all the way. Again, I'm trying to launch these bays so they don't fall on top of each other. Another stalemate. Okay, let's try with the attack armor tip and see how that goes. It's easier to, with attack bays, it's easier to launch the bays because they're unlikely to fall on top of each other because they're moving all over the place constantly. So let's see. This in all the way. Right. Then we got to right. Last battle. Slowing. I think it might be a tie again. Right. So just like with the Zeal Nighthawk, it's pretty much evenly matched. My opinion with this is pretty much the same as it was with Nighthawk. I think it's relatively as good a bay as Stellar Hyperion. It seems to get really good fights out of it when they're both got their attack armor tips on. Although it's kind of boring when they're both defense types and they're just spinning next to each other. Nevertheless, I think it's a really cool looking bay. I like the colors. I like the design. I like the mold details. I like the buzzsaw shaped weight ring. I like the way it looks more than Zeal Nighthawk. However, performance-wise, it's relatively almost the same. Defense mode, I think, is not as aggressive as Nighthawk. However, nevertheless, it's got 4 modes, just like all the other quad bays, and there's definitely a lot you could do with it, just like with the other quad bays. Anyways, I think it's a fairly decent Beyblade, just like Zeal Nighthawk. Please like this video, and if you do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it for my review. Bye.